Those ministers that have been chosen in the cabinet, they are not new people that have never done anything. If you look at them one by one, you'll see the good things they've done. If we support them, if we are not, criticizing every step and they don't know where to stand, if we accept them and we believe that God will work through them, He'll use them as instruments to build our nation, let's forget the past. This is a new day. And I believe, and we all believe, we're going to see new things for our country, through our president and through the members of the cabinet. Good things will happen.
So many Nigerians, or let's say netizens, are calling Pastor Williams Kumuyi, the General Overseer of Deeper Life Church. They are calling him out because of his statement. I think yesterday he visited the Asarok. I believe President Bola Tinubu invited him. He went there, and in his address to the pressmen, he told them that God will build Nigeria through President Bola Tinubu, and not just that again we should support President Bola Tinubu. That was how he told us even in the previous administration we should support Buhari. Buhari's administration is nothing, or was nothing to write home about, and Nigerians are experiencing the worst government ever in the history of this country. And yet again, he's telling the citizens to yet pray for the country. This is what W.F. Kumuyi said yesterday. He said, "We will witness a new country through Tinubu." That's what Pastor Kumuyi said, the General Overseer of Deeper Life Church. This is not the first time he's making this statement that we should pray for the country. Prayer is not enough. We need action. We've been praying. While he was addressing newsmen ahead of his church global crusade starting on Thursday, GCK Global Crusade with Kumuyi, the Deeper Life Church leader urged Nigerians to forget the past and accept the new leaders. What are we forgetting? The past is still fresh. How can we forget it? Which leaders are we accepting? They are not new leaders. I'm glad he acknowledged that leaders, that they are not new. They have been in leadership for quite a long time. He said, let's forget the past. This is a new day, and I believe we all believe that we are going to see new things for our country through our president and the members of the cabinet. Good things will happen. If you look at the new ministers one by one, you see the good things they've done, either as state governors of the past or as former ministers, and I will say they have been carefully chosen. To me, I don't think that these new ministers were carefully chosen. They are not. This is just compensation. It's compensation. It's not. They are not carefully chosen. You cannot choose a man who has just 2 credits out of 5 as a minister, and you say they are carefully chosen. You cannot choose from Matawale, who is former governor of Zamfara State. During his time, if I'm not mistaken, there were a lot of insecurities in his own state. He has never been a soldier before, and he's a minister for defense. Who does that? He said, if we support and accept them, and if we are not criticizing their every step, we believe that God will work through them and use them as instruments to build our nation. God will perform a miracle in the heart of our leaders, and their hearts will be towards the people, and the wisdom to lead us and do everything that will benefit us as a country. The Lord himself will do it in their hearts. Yeah, I believe the Lord will do it, but we as citizens need to fully participate in the betterment of this country. And for that to happen, we must ensure that the right leaders are installed into power. But it's unfortunate that will not happen. In fact, someone tweeted something that really caught my attention. This is Iruefi. The person said, when Pastor Kumuyi asked Nigerians to pray for Nigeria in 1986, Nigeria was in its oil boom era. Dubai was practically a desert. Now, after 37 years on, and our Pastor Kumuyi is still asking us to pray for our dear country, whilst Dubai is the number 1 world tourist destination currently, and Nigeria is sinking further into abject poverty, perennial indebtedness, corruption, embezzlement, human rights abuse, and all forms of vice you can think of. So the person went ahead and to tweet, "Dear very Reverend Pastor Kumuyi, please now, it's not the time to call us to pray. It's the time to tell us to actively participate in the selection of these leaders. It's the time to tell Nigerians to always call out, because I believe social media is a powerful tool now. What about Williams Kumuyi that was selected as one of the ministers, and people started calling her out? Williams Kumuyi was not married. She's a TikToker, as many people call her, and all of a sudden Williams Kumuyi's name was removed. Why shouldn't such be done for others that were called out? But that's all you can get from this government, recycling old leaders, recycling bad and corrupt leaders. That's what Nigeria is all about. Let's wait and see what this government will do. I still doubt if this government can deliver dividends of democracy.